back. So in today's video, we're just going to continue from where we started. And sorry for the time I've been off. Really, apart from the many things I do. As I said, I run a coding school. Um, I run a coding school offline, and I also have client works. And in addition to that, I wasn't feeling well of recent, and I couldn't really create content, and I'm really sorry for that. But with God's grace, we will be proceeding and continuing to create more content for you. And if you like really this content, please make it to subscribe and also hit the notification bell, and so that if I release a video, you get notified. And you can also share with other friends, and you can also support me by buying the source code, or by actually also looking at this our Next.js full stack course that really we are putting a lot of effort to build, and it will cover most of the things that I am not able to cover because of maybe time or something. Okay, having said that, we're just going to look at last time we might fetch some of the doctors onto the UI. So what I wanted is to fill in all this information. Now, I have still some challenge with my upload thing. I don't know what it is all about, but what I just came to know is that other people's upload thing are working. I think it is just mine. I don't know if it is a proxy or something. I will just check. But for now, let's work on first of all rendering all this data. And if it is this done, we might just look at patient onboarding. But right now, try to fetch all this data we have on here. So if I just go back, here, let me just minimize this, and I'm just going to go ahead and scroll up here. So if you go to the front page, we have here this where we filter here, and we get the in-person doctors and the telehealth doctors. And I'm just going to console, stop that console. And if you just go ahead, let me just minimize this. So you see we are passing in the doctors here for the telehealth and the one in-person visit. So, and if you just look at these, they all actually have here, inside here, I'm just going to go ahead and go to this uh, doctor list. It is in components doctor list. I'm just going to simply go to components, and we can just look at, let's see, at components. Doctor, I don't know why this is not opening for some reason. I don't know. Are we inside the folder really? Let me see. Okay, and just go navigate there manually, and so that we don't waste too much time. Okay, so we are in here whereby we receive in person, blah blah blah, and then we are passing here doctor. Okay, and this, the doctors we are receiving in here, the one we are passing in, I guess in here. Okay, the one we are passing in here, we either have to create a new object, okay? Because if you go here, we are giving it right now to have this. Okay, if you look at this, it doesn't actually give the all the details. We are just only getting the few details of the user, of the doctor, and that one is can make us unable really to have more details that we are passing in here. If we pass in here more doctors and you go to this here, we have more things we need to really add, more especially when it comes to this doctor card. Okay, so the information that is on this, if I just go ahead and console.log doctor. So let me just go ahead and say console.log the doctor in this case. And if you look at this, is this a client component, or I could just go and inspect this, just go and inspect this. We just go and inspect this here in the console, and you can see doctor card here. And on this doctor card, we have all the things here. And one thing that we have is we also have the doctor profile. Okay, we have this doctor profile, and this is what we are interested in more so much on the doctor profile. And having said that, instead of giving it this user, I don't know how we are just going to do this. And maybe we could just say type type doctor. Okay, we could just say type, maybe we could just call it interface a doctor props, and we just say this extends. We could just extend this to user profile, a doctor profile, something like doctor profile from the Prisma client. I don't know. And then how do we add the user here? I don't know. I don't know how we could just add all these other ones, because we want to get all these the profile, and then we add them in here. Okay, so I'm just going to do is, for now I'm going to give this any. Okay, I'm just going to give it any, and coming here we can now go ahead and say, for instance, this is going to be doctor dot if you go here on the console, you will see that on the doctor we have we can just go in details here. We look at the doctor profile, and on the doctor profile we have, I think, the image. Let me just look for this. So we have here the profile picture. So you can just come here and say dot profile picture, and if you wanted, you could just go here and give, if this is not there, you just go ahead and give it as an empty, just like so. Okay, alt, we could just go here and we say user dot name, doctor dot name, I guess. You could just get this whole object, and you see that we have direct access, I think, to the name. Yeah, here. Okay. So yes, we can also check out availability, and I'm just going to go here and make sure that here we have. Okay. So I think this is the problem of my images. You can see the doctor images are not showing up here. I believe if you went to the images, let me just go here and I show you. So doctor profile here, there is profile image. Let me just go and see it. Profile image, which is here for instance. Copy this, and if you put in the browser, so you can see the image is there, and for some reason it is showing this because I added some sort of, like, I think a VPN or something. Let me see. So I just want to stop this. If for some reason I don't know why these images, they are not reading in this region. I'm not sure why. It keeps on loading and that's why here in the app, uh, something is not right. Okay. So what I'm just going to do also is we have to have a default image, some sort of a backup image if this image doesn't show up. Let me first go to public. I think we have, yeah, so we have this doctor profile. So I can easily go back to the doctor card. And here just go, instead of saying this, I'm just going to say slash doctor profile, doc profile dot jpeg. Okay, so hopefully we'll just have that one. Yeah, if the other one doesn't show up. Okay, so we can just show other things. Now, by the way, let's just go down here. We put the time. Okay, we can fetch the available time, and that one is on, okay, is on this. And you can see, I think it was Mr. Ang. I was stating that there is a problem either with my proxies. Someone was on the WhatsApp, and I explained to him this problem. I have no idea of why something like this is happening. I will check with maybe my network, but I have no idea why my images are not showing up. Okay. Moving on, I just want to get the to render all the time. So if I just go back here to console, check on this object on the doctor's card, check on the so availability. Let's look at this doctor profile. We have all these details that will maybe show on the detailed page. Mm, so availability, let's first look at it. It is, I think, also linked. Okay. Mm, I think we have to create a query specifically for this. An optimized query, I'm thinking. Let me first think about it. Because if you just look at this, this is doesn't make sense. We have a lot of things from different places. If I go to Prisma and I look at this, so we don't need to fetch all this. And also, if you go to availability here, so availability is linked to the doctor profile. Okay. So that means you can see it when you fetch the profile direct. Okay, that is great. So let me just go here on the doctors. So I think it is there under users. So we have here get doctors. Okay. So here we have the doctors. Um, what I want to do is so this one includes the profile. Okay. So what if in this profile, how would I customize the profile? Like I don't want to select everything in the profile because we have a deeply highly nested stuff here. The image is getting it from the profile. The time is coming from availability. This is really deep fetching. We have to think about this. So for the availability, okay, okay. So I think what we can do is let me just first scroll some of these things here. So we have the doctor card here. So what I will have to do is eventually So after a while, after thinking a while, I paused the video and I thought about it. And what I did is simply I went on ChatGPT and I gave it some prompt. Okay, so I gave it some prompt and I gave it the three models. So I gave it the three models: the user and availability plus the doctor profile, and I told it to write for me a Prisma query that would query this data in a way I wanted. So you can see it has a doctor. You find many where role is the doctor. Now you can use this select method, and then we can select the things we want. So the first select here, you select, like, for instance, the ID, name, email, the things you want. Then if you continue here, you will see that you can select, we can select this doctor profile. Okay. So you can get the doctor profile, and then you inside the doctor profile, you can just also go ahead and select the things you want. And inside this, you can also go deeply and also select what you want in the availability. If it has also another relationship, you can deeply fetch like that. And now down here, I asked for it to write for me the TypeScript for that object, and it just only defined all these ones. Now you can see I have exported default this. Okay, and I've also updated in our users with this. So now we have get doctors and files with this role. It selects the name, email, phone, and then here on the doctor profile, it gets us all these things, the one we want. You can just continue adding more fields or remove others according to what you want. Okay, and now down here we have also the availability. So now coming back here, we can still fetch the doctors in these two categories, and down here we're just going to pass this, and this type now here is going to be of doctor. So I'm just going to have that. Okay. So if I pass in doctor, now we pass in the doctors here in the carousel, and here we can even now give this as also a doctor, like this, as an array. Now we can come and happily pass this doctor as also doctor. Okay, and we pass in this doctor card, just have this as a doctor. Okay, so having had the doctor, now we can just come here and we have this profile does not exist on the doctor. So here we just say doctor dot. Okay, we just say doctor dot doctor profile dot, and then we have this profile picture. Okay. Okay, so that is good. So now we can just go ahead and fetch the for instance, the timestamps, all of them. We can fetch them. So if you look at the timestamps we had created last time, okay, we have item.time, item.period. Let me just see how this one looks like in the UI. I don't know why this one looks like this. It doesn't look good on the mobile. So we have these times we have here. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'll just go ahead and bring that in. So here we'll have, if you look at the timestamps, if you look at the data that has been consoled here and you look at availability, so we have them as arrays. Okay, so we have to find out the day. Okay, we have to find out the today's date, and then after finding that date, and then we shall render the time for that very date. Okay, we have to render the time for that very date. So for instance, today is Thursday. So how would we first get today's date and we convert it into just Friday or Monday? So if we just come here, can we get today's date? You can just say, uh, how can I get today's date in, of course, in JavaScript as uh, as a JavaScript date, maybe day, as for instance, for example, Friday, just like that. So you have to do days of the week. Okay, so let's just get the day. Okay, so just have this function here, and I'm just going to go here and have this function. So here I'm just going to convert all these ones in small caps. Maybe we can just leave them like that, or we could just go ahead and just put them in small. Okay, just like this. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So it first gets, we have the days of the week. We have today is the new date. So day name is days of the week. And then we have say today dot get day. And remember this one returns a number. So this today dot get day, this returns 0 starting from 0, 1, 2, 3. And then from here we pass in, it gives us the index, and then we pass this index here. So for instance, const today is equal to get day, just like this. And let's go ahead and console.log today. I just go and see. So if we just go back now here, and it should just go back and for sure give us today's Thursday. Okay, so you have to compare and give the date according to that. Okay, and we can actually compare, and we just know if we are going to render this doctor or not. Okay, so we have to first go ahead from here. After getting the day, I can just get const timestamps, const uh, const timestamps. I'm just going to see const timestamps. Okay, so I'm just going to create const timestamps. Const timestamps. I'm just going to change them a little bit. Timestamps is going to equal to is going to be equal to doctor dot doctor profile dot availability dot so onto this one we could just use this and then we can pass in today. We could just pass in today. Now he is going to give us some error, but let me see. So this is a string. I don't know how to handle that, but let's just see if we can get timestamps. By the way, let's first return this before we get some errors. Let me first put back this one for now. And I'm just going to change to times. And let's just say times. So line 34, we have an empty array, and we could just also confirm if this is true by going here and check if, for instance, availability for Saturday is like this. So we might just need to get for all of them. Yeah, if so, we have different users. I don't know how comes all of them don't have. This is Asuman. Let me see. So we have Asuman. We have Emily Harris. Says there is nothing. So if I pass in Monday, for instance, if I pass in Monday, and let's see if it will give us something. Yeah, so you can see here we have them here. Okay, we have Monday and has all these different times. Okay, so great. So for the days that are not there, we have to go ahead and hide. Okay. I have to go and pass in today. So I will just go ahead pass in like this. Now I want to go and log in for one of these doctors, and let's log in a new tab. Okay, so I'm just going to I'm not sure what was the password. Okay, so let me just go to settings. So Monday, let's go to Saturday, and you can see for sure Saturday there is no any date. Okay, so I'm just going to add 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 2, 3, 4. Save. Okay, so you have saved the changes. So now we should at least be able to see that after we pass in today. I'm just going to refresh. Okay, so at least for one of these doctors, I don't know who, but at least we should have some days. So you can see 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 2, 3, and 4. So at least we have for this doctor. Okay, so we can just go ahead and map, and we're just going to consider if the doctor doesn't have the timestamps. Okay, so I'm just going to say here times. So I'm just going to say here. I'm just going to come here and I'm just going to write. I'm just going to write something like if times dot length is greater than 0. So just going to see and this. Okay. That means that all the doctors who don't have, they will be not shown. We will now only show those ones who are available for today, and you can see it is only one doctor. Okay. So if we change this to Monday, for instance, since Monday most of them have, so if I just go ahead and change this to Monday, like Monday, so this should now increase more people or more doctors, I guess. So you can see Emily Harris. Okay, and let's go ahead and map the time. So times is possibly undefined. So you could just say times and. So if times exist, okay, so I'm just going to go here and first of all, I'm just going to say put times. Okay, and here for this purpose is going to be the actual item here. There will be no time, it will be just the actual item, like so. Okay, so you can see now these are actual rendered items, by the way. Okay, these are actual rendered items. And now we can just go ahead and uh, put for the today. So we don't need now timestamps, just going to remove them. So now I'm just going to pass today. Sorry. So if you over here, the error we have is that doctor.profile is possible now. Implicit any string can't be used to index type of doctor availability, something like that. You can just ask, let me just go here and give it this. And I'm just going to ask it to annotate the types. So if I just come here and I say, and this is my code. Okay. And let me just give it the error. Okay, I'm just going to copy this. I have this warning. So just say I have two warnings. I have two warnings from TypeScript. Can you fix them? Okay. So let's just see how this has been fixed. So interface define doctor uh, profile availability is this one. Doctor profile is this. Interface doctor. So get day is key of index. Days of week is this. Okay. Okay, and so today is key of doctor and get name. So here it will accept. Okay, let's just go and do that. So the only thing we don't have, I guess, is this doctor profitability, profitability. Let me see. If we just go to types, we have doctor profile. We actually already have these ones. We just simply export them. export, and also export. Okay, so now we just need to use them here. Okay, more especially on the get name function. So here, starting from this, the way we did this, so copy, so we change the get name, this here. Now we have this, we can import doctor. Okay. Okay. Down here, I'm just going to have this today and then the times. So I'm just going to come here. We have today and times. Okay, so the error is gone. So there is key of doctor profile. Can just use this key thing and then times doctor, and we have this. So we have our error fixed and everyone is happy. Today we have only one doctor who is available, and these are the times. Now we can also put the date today here. Okay. I'm just going to tell it, can you get me a date by this format? Get me today's date in this format. Okay. So just it is having this format, and I think this format function I can make it, we can just also export this. Okay, short form date. Instead of putting it, I'm just going to put it in maybe utils or lib. Here, it's formatted short date. The ts export function get formatted date. So just simply actually, I'm just going to copy this here. We have the formatted date. So in the doctor card down here, I'm just going to add this formatted date and put this. And then we can just come where we have the date here. We can just have this formatted date. Okay. So you can see Saturday, May 2020. Okay. What is that? Okay, Saturday, May 23. We don't need to show the year. Yeah. Great. So now the only thing that is remaining that is not dynamic is this. Okay. It is this price here for the service. I don't know where you're going to add that in settings. And where to get also this family medicine thing. Okay, so we can also work on this a detailed page. Now that we have the doctor's information, we can also populate this information here. Okay, we can now have all these service details, blah blah, and all this. The time here, the price, and then this booking. Of course, we'll just work on that. So how are we going to have this price? This is something we can add the doctor to add in the settings, how much they are charging per hour for their services. I think it's something we can add in the settings. Um, Under service settings, we can just add one thing, hourly rate. Okay. I think I remember adding the we added it somewhere. Let me just go to the schema and we look at doctor profile. As if remember the last time we added hourly something. Can just say Control F. See hourly. Sorry, Control F. We have that. Okay, so we have here. We added this hourly wage, and I think if you look in the schema, this hourly wage must be there. So I'm just going to go here. First of all, we need to add it in this users. And since it is on the profile, we can just go here and copy it, hourly wage. And I'm just going to go to the users and let's add it here. True. So after adding it like so, you need to go ahead and copy this, take it to the types. Let's add it in the types. So on the profile, we are also getting this, and we're seeing this is a number. Okay, great. So now we can now quickly access it here. Okay, let's just go at the doctor card, Control P, doctor. I don't know why this is not working. Doctor card. Okay, so here we can just say doctor dot profile dot. So we can just have hourly wage here. Now let's see if we have any that exists, and you can see 100 by default if you don't have any. So just be able to go and change this in this side. Okay, so we'll have to have that, and it is a good. I'm just going to go to input groups here, and I will get the one for the price. Okay. Generally, my browsing experience is not good. I must just be having something I messed up with my network. I can see here something is not right. Let me check my data. The, so what is happening? Let me first disconnect here the internet. Okay, for the purposes of saving time, I'm just going to use the normal inputs. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and add a normal input, maybe the at first here. So we have the inputs. So what I will just do, and I'll just go to the to the components dashboard, where we have different, I believe, forms or something like that, like this specialty form. Okay, so for instance, where we have this, I'll just go ahead and see if I can copy this form. Let me just go to, okay, let me go to settings, doctor service settings, and we have this update service form. And in this, we have choose operation, blah, blah. So all these are in the same card. Okay, so what I'm just going to do is simply go back here where you had this form. I'm just going to duplicate it, and let me first see if I duplicate. Yeah, it has the text input I want. Control C, Control V. Let's just call this price update form. Okay, it's just going to be price update form. So let's go ahead and remove all these things unnecessary. So the only thing we just need to change here is to first visualize it, I guess. Just going to call this price update form. This is the cross. I just need a small thing. I don't need. Okay. Not sure if I want this. I'm just going to say update. Sorry. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and see this. There is a lot of errors, create many. Okay, let me just first bring this and I will just see if I need them or not. Okay, so what I'm just going to do is go ahead and try to connect this form. So I'm just going to go here, price update form, bring it to Dr. This update service. So I will go on top here inside this. Okay, you can see we put this. So we have different cards. I'm just going to simply put this here as price update form, like so. So let's just go ahead and see how this one is going to show up. Okay, so we have some issues. First of all, why this one is saying it is missing title. Okay, initial data, blah blah. So we don't need all this. Okay, don't need all that. Maybe initial data, I guess. Uh, I don't believe that we need all this just for updating the. I'm just going to copy only the input, guys, and show you that I will go and get this. I might just get the actual input. So these the tailwind. I have some one more here I can use, I guess. I think I can use this one. The fact that this one failed, I can use this. Let me just get an input here. Okay. Within this, I'm just going to say go to this. And for this, I'm just going to put $1 here. I'm just going to go ahead and remove this form. Just remove this. Should be able to now show. Yep. So you can just see here. So this input, instead of this placeholder, I'm just going to put like $100. I'm just going to um have this, add some padding of about 4, and I'm just going to make this a flex. Just wait. So we have this. Okay. So we have the label plus this one. So I'll create a button here. So I'm just going to say flex. I'll put this. Okay. Plus a button. So here I'm just going to bring a button. Say update price. Okay, so you can see that. First of all, let me just put here items center, and this margin top, I'm just going to actually cut it and add it on this. And then I think we can remove this redundant div. So we have one redundant div. Okay. So you can see now. And if we wanted, we could go ahead and apply where we have flex, or you can just go ahead and say justify between. So you can just say here, and we update the price. So you just say 200, and then you can just click update. Okay, and first of all, we're just going to do exact the same thing, because if you look at these other ones, and update, the update service, doctor profile with service. Okay, so if I just go here, check this function, for instance, it brings in the ID and the data, and we pass in the data. So we're just going to pass it within this very one update service. Okay, and I'm just going to go back here. We don't need this. So I also have another one. Let me just create some simple states here. So the state that we are going to have the loading state here for updating price, for saving price set, saving price, use state false. Okay, that is the first one. Okay, and then I'm just going to have another one for the price itself. Price, set price. Okay, and by default is, if I just say 100. Okay. Mm, just going to have I'm just going to have here create another function, update price, and update price here. So here just going to have set saving price, set saving price. Data is going to be hourly something. We had it. I can just go here and I get it from here, hourly wage. Update. Okay, so here, hourly wage, we just say it price. Await, update, and we send in actually service like so. Here just to be price updated, set saving price to false, set saving price. Okay, great. So now I'm just going to go ahead. I use this. So to the input. So we can first test our input right now. Okay, we can just go ahead and test the input. So on this input, first of all, I'm going to change this to number. Name, ID is going to be, maybe I just going to set them to price. Okay, I will just come and I say here only change. Okay, you have access to the event and we just say set saving price to e dot target dot value like so. Okay, type string is not type, say, set price. It should be okay now. uh, I'm just going to go and see this. I say number. This one gives up a string. Can we just add a plus to this? Yeah. So just do that. So this one is converted into a number. And then we can just have here also value, I think, as price. Okay, so we can just go ahead and check this. More especially, you can console.log price. Just come here, console.log price. Okay, so price is 100. Let me just make it 300. So you can see now it is 300. So we have that working properly. Okay. So the next thing we have to do is We could also wrap this in, uh, let's just wrap this into this. I think where we have this, let's just go ahead and we can wrap in for this. Okay. So it is just uniform like so, and it also has a margin top, so a margin top of 4, which I think it is necessary now. Okay, so the next thing is, let's change this label, and if we wanted, we could just put in this same format, and this is just to be alone. So where we have the label, I could just go and choose this label. It is where we have this. Okay, I'm just going to go to where I have the label here. Just going to add this. I'm just going to say here, update hourly price. Now, if wanted, we could also put currency. I don't know what we can do. So here we have, this one was saving price, and update price. Okay, so let's just look at this. Okay, and down here I'm just going to remove this. Okay, so here we just simply don't need actually all this. We just go here and put this. So at that point, I think just a second. So at this point, I'm just going to, I think, replace this. I can remove all these things except the margin top. Okay, great. Okay, so now we can update the price. Can update the hourly price. Let's just go and see if this works. Okay, I'm just going to say 300 update. Okay, price updated successfully. I just want to refresh. Now we should just like be able to pick this from the data. Okay, so I'm just going to sort of come here because we have the profile, and on the profile we have it. I can just come and I say that where we have the price, and this one is going to be profile dot hourly something hourly wage, like so. So let's just go and see. Okay, so we have 300. And if I just go back this side, you can see we have 300. Great. So a doctor can update their price. Now let's just go ahead and pass this data to quickly to the detailed page of the doctor. So first of all, I don't know, we might just have to use the, either we can generate the slug from the name. Okay, we have our generate slug function. We can just come back to, I'm just going to close everything here, go back to, I think it was doctor card or something, doctor card. So on this, we can also have a slug. So you could just say const slug, and we can generate a slug from the name. Is going to equal to generate slug. At least we have that, and then we just pass in the name, which should be doctor dot name. Okay, and now having this slug, we can come and generate this here on the times. So you can see that on top here, we also have, let me see, somewhere. Uh, okay, well, we have this one. We have these doctors and then slug. So this is going to be now something like this. Okay, I'm just going to pass in dollar slug. Okay. Um, okay. So I'm just going to find, just go to this, copy this very href. I'm just going to copy that very href and then go to this side where we have this href, paste this. I think that's it. So now if I hover up here, you can see that we have this Dr. Asuman something. Now, the problem is maybe we have to attach the ID. We have to attach an ID, otherwise it will not work. Finding um, if we had a slug in the database, I think it would be easy. I don't know why we didn't save the doctor as a slug on the user. We needed to save it as a slug, but now that we don't have the slug there, we might just have to use ID. But I really want this to be just this format with a slug. I can just attach the ID to the slug. So here we have the slug. So for purposes of identifying, we could just attach the ID so that we just get that ID. We query by ID. How do we do it? Anyways, we're just going to find by name. But I think we will have also to implement the slug. We'll have to implement the slug. When someone signs up, a slug will have to be generated. Let me see. And this will be on the user, I guess. It cannot be on the profile, right? Yes, we're just going to put on the this here. We have this generated from this name. Mm, I don't know why Prisma can't generate a. So we'll have to add this. I'm just going to add a slug here. This will be a string and it will have to be unique. Okay. I'm just going to give it at default. Can it, will it accept that default? Default is unique. Okay, so we will query by. So I'm just going to first remove this at unique and I will just give them at default empty. So we can just go ahead and run here a migration. I'm just going to say here, maybe a default is going to be slug. Normally, you do that because you don't want to break existing data. If there is any data that is already there, you might just. So let me just go ahead and see if I can run migration. npx prisma db push, and I'm just going to say npx prisma generate, and finally just going to say npm run div. So after this operation is done, okay. So we could generate this at the time of creating a user. You can send it in a form, or you can just come here to Um, I think at time of creating, we can just do that. Here where we have create user. Okay, we have this. Here we are checking with the email, but for us now we need the slug. So from this, you can see the name here, and we can add the slug now. And we say this is going to be generate slug, and then we pass in the full name. Okay, so the slug now will be there, and then we have to include this slug in the data we want on the profile. So that means down here where we are getting the data, we have to include the slug like so. Okay, now we can be able to get it on the client. So what I just want is to quickly run npx Prisma Studio. And why I want Prisma Studio is to be able to add the slug manually. So you can see here all these users, they're having all this slug. Now I just simply want a few who are just having a role of a doctor. Okay, more especially like the one we are using here is Dr. Asuman. I can get his slug from here. I'm just going to copy this slug. Let's go ahead and update this slug. I'm just going to go here, paste this. So I'm just going to add this, save changes. Okay, so this has changed. So we have this, and we used to have also Emily Harris. So you can just say Emily Harris. And then and Lucas Miller. So just going to come here, right? Lucas Miller. So save. Okay, so just going to go ahead and now get this instead of writing or generating it from here. So the slug now is going to be coming from doctor dot slug. So now it has the slug. We have to do one thing of adding it onto just simply go ahead and add it. Go ahead and add it in the types. First of all, we're just going to add him on this. The doctor, so here just going to add slug. Okay, just a string like so. So here we don't have any problem now. Yeah, So we'll be having now an actual slug coming from the database. Okay, so we can now use this slug to query the data. So I'm just going to have get user by slug, something like this. So let's just go to this slug thing on the, it is on the front end, doctors, then slug. Okay. So here we have to fetch doctor. So we can just go and create still in the users. I will just simply duplicate this because we just use this very one. So get doctor by slug, get doctor by slug. Okay. And we're just going to pass in the slug. Okay. And then you're just going to find unique. Okay. So you're just going to say find first, like that. Find first where. So here we're just going to pass in also another thing, where slug. Okay. I'm just going to say where slug, just like that. Everything else will remain the same. You're just going to say we are not finding, we'll get a doctor back. Doctor. And we can just go ahead and return this doctor. Okay. So let's just go and see in this page, if we just go and say const a doctor is equal to await get doctor by slug, and let's pass in the slug which we are getting from the params. And we can just go here and we just say params. Okay. So just go here and get this slug, pass it here, and let's make this async. Okay, so this should just give us a doctor back. And then from this doctor, okay, and the doctor can be null, I guess, if you just go and check this. Okay, get doctor by not by ID. I just want by slug, and this is get doctor by slug. I don't know which one I'd just fetch to the one for the onboarding. Okay. So this, I was saying we can just say, first of all this of course happens if we have the slug, if we have the slug, then go ahead and do this. Now there are a lot of possibilities with this. Okay, that if there is no doctor, because okay, if no doctor, I just have to return null. Now this here it tells us that the doctor, if we go to the page now, the doctor can be there or can also be null. Okay. So here we could just say if, okay. Of course, we could just even put here null if wanted, but this one comes already with a null, I guess. Okay. So you could just come here and we say if doctor is there, if doctor, we could just, I think, first put something like this. And you can just say if there is a doctor. If doctor and doctor dot, for instance, doctor dot ID. Okay. Then if this is true, then we can show this. Else we can just show something, say, just like this. Could just put a div, and then here just put a p tag. We say no doctor with. Just say no doctor details found. Okay, something like that. So if someone tries now to go to this doctor, let's just go here, go to something that does not exist. We should just have no doctor details found, and we can just like do this, style it very well by saying display flex. So by giving it min height of screen, flex items center, justify center. And we can just like give this a class name. Fact, just quickly just go to shard, I guess. And I'm just going to go typography here and let's check maybe H2. And you can just copy this. I just add it here. Just cut this and just add it here. And also remove this border. Okay. So now if you just go back, we have no doctor details found. At least this is going. You can just go ahead and also put an image if you want, but that is good enough. So if I just go back here, if I just go back and I remove this, I should find this, return this. So you can just now fill in some details. Let's just go and see the details we can add. For instance, the name here. We can just say doctor dot name. Okay. There is these other ones, in person visit. This one, doctor dot doctor operation dot operation mode. And then this is location, which we're just going to construct in a second. And then this one is going to be the profile image. So I'm just going to say doctor dot profile picture. And if this is not there by default, let's put that. Okay. And then we have here this location. Okay, so on the detail page, we will have to add more details. Okay. So far right now, we can refresh this. Okay, so you can see Dr. Sman in-person visits. Okay, so you just need to also have these stuff here. Okay, so okay, so we have this here. Actually, let me just go to this. We look at this. So we have to increase or to add more details on the detail here. I guess this is a point where we need all the details, I guess. Okay. So here we need all the details. So here I'm just going to click in any of these doctors. Okay. So I know the one I've clicked on the doctor. So we have more details we can show on this. If you go to survey by slug, we can go and here on the detail we add all. So what I just think is we can remove I have to go and copy all of them from so I think I can do this. I can just say inside here availability. What was it? Let me first see it here. I don't know if I can do something like this. And I set it true. I don't know if this counts. It doesn't. So we have to add all the details we need in the doctor profile. So I'm just going to go here. The doctor profile. Availability, actually we have all of it. So I just need all these first name, last name, all these other details, including the hourly wage. So let me copy all this. And we look at the ones maybe we might just need. So in the user here on this select, we can just go ahead and add this like so. So first name and last name, we already have them. You can bring, do we need date of birth? No. So remove this. Gender, and this one we need it, so set it true. Gender, you have to set this to true. So I'm just going to do something like this. We don't need the page. Availability, we already have it. Profile picture, we have. Bio, we have. Okay, medical license, license expiry, years of experience. So we can just put here years of experience to true. And that one at least. Email, phone, we already have them, I guess. Email and phone, we have them up there on the user. So we start with these ones, which is true. So I'm just going to be putting true, true, medical school, grad year, specialization, maybe like primary specialization we might just need. Okay. This hospital name, maybe hospital name. Okay. Services offered. We have to go and how are the wage, we already have it. Operation, we already have it. Additional docs. And now I don't know hospital information if that is where the patient is going to go. I'm just going to leave these ones. Let's add those ones. Services offered. Okay, so here we are good. We have one error. I think we already have this. Do we have gender? Yeah. So we have already gender. Great. So now we have this detail. We can now access more things. So on the page, for instance, we can generate this. For instance, we can say doctor dot profile dot uh, I don't know why it is now not giving us more thing on the profile. I'm just going to first do this. Just save. Um, just going to go ahead and refresh. Okay. Well, first of all, let's pass this doctor down. In these details, let's pass also the doctor. I just say here, doctor. Now we have to build another type here. So if you just go types, we have this doctor. I'm just going to, I don't know what we're going to do. So I'm just going to say that we are expanding on this. So you could just go ahead and just say, call this interface. Okay. It shouldn't change anything. Okay, it shouldn't change anything for this. I'm just going to change this to doctor detail. Why I'm changing this to is that I'm just going to create another one, and I'm just going to say interface doctor profile detail extends. So you can just extend to doctor profile, and then you can just add more fields here. Okay. So I'm just going to go to users and starting from where we had stopped on how I, so you can just copy these other ones like so. So if you count types, let's just go and add these ones. So just going to replace where we have two. Yes, a string stroke null. I'm not sure if years of experience is string. Years of experience is an int. Country, state, primary, other. So this one is string array, hospital name, hospital hours of operation, is int. Services offered. This must be an array. Insurance accepted. We can go to schema. It is a string. Okay, so all these other ones, accomplishments is an array, just a string. Okay, so we just have this. Now we created this doctor profile detail. If we just come here, we just say doctor profile detail. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to come here and just going to use doctor detail. Okay. So the first thing we want to do is, I'm not sure where we have the price and the book button. Is it in this? Or it is in this side. I'm just going to go this side. Where could the book button be located? Oh, it is this one I have fixed. So book button. So this one needs the date. It needs the date and the, so just going to put the date and the click time. Oh, so we also take, you might have clicked on more. So here we're not going to put the really the actual time. Maybe the one that you would have clicked on this. Okay. So for now, we just actually add this price and the date. So this one can be found on doctor. Okay, so this one we're just going to pass in actually price and for the date, today's date. I know for this date is okay. Just going to pass in the price only. So the hourly price is, I'm not sure if it is a number. For the date, I'm just going to say const formatted date is equal to we had this function we added this side. Maybe we just call it what format. I don't know what we get formatted date. I think it was just get formatted date. I think the spelling of formatted date. Okay, so I'm just going to get this date. I'm just going to put it here. Okay, so for the price, let's just go to this and we pass in the price, which is going to be on the doctor. Okay, and this is number or undefined. Okay, so you can just go to this and we add undefined. So this can be also be undefined. Okay, and then here we have formatted dates. Let me first see this function. It doesn't take in anything. It should just return the date. Let me see. Okay, just put formatted date like so. So you should just have here Saturday, May 2023. Okay, so great. Okay, so here we just of course also prefix with the booking hours on the whatever we'll click here, we'll get it and pass it in here. Okay. But at least so far now we have the details page working, and now we can now start putting the things in here according to how we'll see this side. Okay, yeah, so we want something like this. Okay, so for the location, for this one, let's generate this from the state and so on. So this one is here. Now the returned object, I don't know why it is contained, is which object did I change? Oh, must have changed a wrong one. Did I change this one? Okay, I changed the one for the doctor. So I'm just going to go to this one. Had a few information. Okay, so I'm just going to copy. It had up to first name, last name, gender, bio profile picture, and operation mode and hourly. So starting from the years of experience, scrolling down to availability. So I'm just going to go cut this. Let's just go to this. Okay, so save, and now you can see the error is also gone. So now when we just go back here, we can try to generate this. Okay. We didn't actually have the street. I think we were supposed to get like street, what, others, but what we managed to get was city, state, and country. Okay. City, state, country. So I'm just going to put those ones. So city, that is doctor dot profile dot city, and then you're just going to have doctor dot profile dot city. So here supposed to have state, and then let's see, they just have the country. So doctor profile doctor profile uh, country. Okay, so that is it. So now here, okay, so you have New York, USA. Okay. Yeah. So far we just continue building this page. Okay. Continue building this page. Let's see here. So we have like service details about the author. Suitable for. So here we have this suitable for. So you can, I think, just go ahead and put these. Okay. The services offered, we can choose the services offered and his specialties, and then the symptoms. We can display those ones, and I think the service details. So I will just do that in the next episode. Okay. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.